Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the WLToys 12428 off-road truck. This is a 1/12 scale four-wheel drive little buggy, and this was a lot of fun. Just going to go over real quickly what you get with this. Obviously you get the remote here, and you also get a little battery charger. It charges via the wall outlet, and it charges up this 2S lithium ion battery. It's a 1500 milliamp hour 7.4 volt battery with a Dean's connector there, and you get maybe 15 minutes of pretty aggressive driving around with this thing on all kinds of terrain. It takes about an hour to charge. I wish I had more batteries. This thing was pretty tough. I really abused this thing. I jumped it over some speed bumps in front of my house and flipped it over many times, and you can see here it got scuffed up here on the top because when it flips over this tends to scuff up against the asphalt, but as you can see it just gets scuffed up. The plastic gets damaged, but the rest of it holds up very nicely. And I think what's interesting about this one is a lot of these RC cars, they have like these little clips that hold the body on. This one is, the body's all screwed down on this one. You can see here, so you can't get on the inside, and I can't take the panels off without taking the whole thing apart to show you the inside. But it has a brushed motor in there. I'm not sure what the size of the motor is. It's fairly powerful. You can get some pretty fast speeds going. You can definitely go off-road into dirt, into some fairly tall grass, and still maneuver around no problem. I think this thing overall is very well constructed. You can see here the way everything's put together, and they got these nice ball bearings there. The shocks are very nice. The shock here in the front is interesting. It's horizontal there in the front instead of normally vertical. And then you have your traditional shock in the back. Everything seems to work very well. It's held up very well through a lot of abuse. I'm not sure what kind of plastic or polycarbonate they're using here, but nothing has broken yet, knock on wood. It's definitely something, if you're worried about this falling apart, I wouldn't worry about that thing. I've smashed this into a concrete wall at full speed, and as you can see in the front here, there's almost no evidence of any damage, just some scuffing on the plastic. There are some pretty cool lights here. You have to, I'm going to show you that, you have to turn it on with a switch on the bottom, and you get nice 4 LEDs in the front and 2 in the front here, 4 on the top. Very visible in like sort of like low or like late in the afternoon, early evening if you're driving around in the street. Definitely visible. So I'm going to run the wheels here, and I'll let you hear what the power sounds like. It's pretty loud, obviously with all the gearing, but you can kind of sense that it's pretty powerful. You got your traditional pistol grip remote and your throttle trim and steering trim here. Obviously you got your wheel there, and forward and reverse obviously on the grip, and then you have an on-off switch here on the left. And then on the bottom it just takes 4 AA batteries. I'm using some rechargeable batteries. Yeah, so overall I thought this performed very well. I thought it was a lot of fun, and if you guys have kids and are worried about this being bashed around and perhaps breaking, I wouldn't be too concerned about that. I think this will hold up very well to a lot of abuse, and you should get quite a bit of fun with this over a long period of time. Obviously, you know, anything can possibly break if you abuse it enough, but I think that for normal, typical abuse here, accidents, obviously not intentional damage, of course, I think this thing should hold very well and perform very well for a long time. So definitely I think it's a lot of fun, and I would definitely highly recommend checking it out if you're into these kind of RC cars and trucks of this size, of the 1/12 scale. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention is that this particular model is waterproof, so I was definitely able to have fun with this in the rain. I can go through mud, water puddles, no problem. I got this completely soaked. Not sure if it's a good idea to submerge it completely, but obviously going through rain, puddles, and stuff like that was no problem. And you probably couldn't even tell that it went through some mud. It looks pretty clean. Anyway, it's going to do it for my review of the WLToys 12428. Kind of wish they had better names for these things. Let's go ahead and I'll show you a bunch of clips of some of this driving around and me having fun with it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. It's cool. Wow, this thing can get pretty quick. This track pretty straight. If you're gonna go over a bump at full speed, it'll probably flip over. But it'll just go back on its wheels. It's kind of cool. It's got lots of power. All right, full speed forward here. So once you trim it out, it does track pretty straight. Even at full speed. Let's see how the braking is. Braking's pretty good. So if you build up some speed, just take a little time to slow down. Let's go full speed and then try and brake. Braking's really good. I think the suspension is pretty bouncy because the oil-filled shocks don't have any oil in them. Pretty bouncy, but not bad. So short grass like this is not a problem.